and so we'll call the Town of Munster Board of Park and Recreation meeting to order. We have, it appears, a quorum, so we're good. First item is public input. Dustin, I see there's some people that joined you at Town Hall. I don't know if any of them are looking to speak or if there's anyone that's out there that wants to raise their hand. Feel free at this time.
We've got a taker. If you'd like
I'm
to
a speaker.
want to
Okay.
use the microphone, that way everyone will hear you.
Okay.
All right, great.
Okay.
My name is John Colby. I live at 7905 Monroe Avenue. And I've been a dog park member since the park opened back in official. And this year, we're growing along the fence and they got pretty bad. My dog and other dogs would walk along that fence and they would pick at the weeds. Anybody was talking to somebody on the other side of the fence and their dog would be eating the weeds. Well, as it turns out, all of a sudden those weeds died. And it's a foot away from the fence that it killed the weeds and the grass a foot away. And all I could think of is my dog was eating weed killer when it was put on those weeds. And there were no signs anywhere. The maintenance guy, Johnny, he said he didn't know who did it, when it was done. Putting weed killer down in the dog park because those dogs like to eat weeds. And I've used Roundup, and Roundup is very potent like that. And it'll just span out and kill it a foot on each side of it. And I keep thinking my dog ate weed killer. And the golden retriever I had before, she come down with aggressive cancer. She was 12 years old. And I still that thought of, and she used to eat the weeds also. And I just have to say something. I don't understand why that's being done. And the other thing, last weekend, I'm in the dog park and I'll give her a bath before I leave. So I had a leash on her and I was ready to hose her down. This guy had a drone flying, hovering 10 feet over my head for minutes. I approached him in the dog park. When I was leaving, I saw where the drone went down. And I said, I don't appreciate you hovering your drone over me for 5 minutes. And I actually threw a dog leash at it. Because it was 10, like I said, 10 feet over my head. He says, yeah, I saw you throw something. I said, yeah, I threw, well, it was a dog collar. I had 2 collars. And he said, would you have paid for it? I said, yeah. He said, then I'll do it again. Sunday, he was out there again. But it wasn't as much as before. Before I was by myself, there were other people on the other side of the fence, the park. So that the first time when I approached him, I went up and I saw a squad car up by the pavilion, but he wasn't in there. I said, well, maybe he's out for a walk. I waited around and I saw it was a wedding. And I asked the guy, the groomsman, I said, is there a policeman here? He said, yeah. I said, could you please go in there and get him? So I told the officer what happened. He told me that you don't have to pay for that drone, that it's a $500 fine for doing what he was doing. I mentioned that to Johnny, the maintenance worker. He come around, he said, no, that's federal law. Even if it's in your backyard, you cannot take it out. And I find it hard to believe. I don't know what to do. I didn't appreciate the drone being 10 feet, hovering 10 feet over my head. It was scaring the dog. It was very annoying to me. And that's all I have. Thank you. Sorry, I don't know if there's a time limit here, but.
No, you're doing fine. You're doing fine.
All right.
There is, but as long as you got your 2 points across, we'll find out about the weeds along the fence line. And I guess you gave your name, and so long as we can have it for the records, we'll try to get back to you with an answer.
My phone number is 219.
Oh, no, don't give out your phone number in a public meeting. Just Dustin will take it privately if you want, and then we will get back to you. But I just don't like giving out phone numbers in a public meeting. That's just me. So
Okay, thank you.
I appreciate it though. You never know. The drone pilot could be listening. So, anybody else looking to talk or speak, input?
There's one more.
Okay, great.
Good evening, Park Board members. This is David Nellens, 1535 Ridge Road, past council member and also past liaison to the Park Department. I just wanted to compliment the parks on how things are going, all the new developments. I know they're also struggling to keep up with the appearance because things are kind of slim, and with COVID and everything else, it makes it difficult. And I just want to make sure that the parks continue to be the crown jewels in Northwest Indiana, and particularly Centennial. And I just wanted to thank the board for all their time and efforts that they put in, and we appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
So that concludes what I have to say. Thank you.
I second that.
Thank you. Anyone else that you got that is looking to speak at the public meeting?
Just the three of us here.
Okay. Well, then we'll call public input closed, and we'll go on to the approval of the minutes that of our last meeting, August 7th. Anyone have any problems with that? You got to unmute yourself. There you go. Need a motion to approve that.
I'll motion to approve the park board minutes.
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded, motion by Robin, seconded by Mike, that we approve the minutes as presented in the packets. All those in favor say aye.
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 And opposed, none opposed. So the minutes have been approved. The next item is our voucher list. We appear to have 3 of them.
Mhm.
Are there any questions or comments or anything?
Everything looked pretty normal to me.
Yes. Same here. Same.
So is there a motion to approve?
The minutes. I mean,
The-
the vouchers.
Second, Rana Stojic.
It's been approved, motion made by Robin, seconded by Ron, that we approve the vouchers as presented in our packet. There are 3 of them. Any other discussion? None. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. So we have approved the vouchers, and Wendy can pay all the great bills that we've created.
Yeah.
Next item is the Director of Parks and Recreation. For the public listening, this has been a long road for us to get through to this process since Greg stepped down and took a different job. We have had plenty of applicants, and Dustin has helped facilitate those interviews and resumes. We've had a couple dozen or so, and we made it down, and we've had some interviews. And I think the park board has had consensus. We just need some, I guess we need a motion to approve, or I guess, yeah, approve the candidate that we are choosing. Does that sound right?
Sounds good.
I'm trying to be as best I can right now. So can someone make that motion? That would be helpful. And then we could talk about it after we make the motion.
Okay, motion to approve the candidate that we were speaking of.
Well, you could say
You
Mark
can mention
Hines.
his name now.
Mark Hines is the candidate
Yes.
that we believe is a choice. So we want to formally approve him as being the park director.
I'll motion to approve Mark Hines as the park director.
I'll second that. Rana Stojic.
And it's been seconded by Rob. And just so some quick background for those that don't know, Mark currently is the park director of Parks and Recreation in Hammond, has been for the last 4 or so years. And then prior to that, he was director of Parks and Recreation for the town of Dyer for 16 years. Great candidate. Looking forward to bringing his connections and his experience to Munster. And I will personally be thankful that I don't have to be park director anymore. So that's really exciting for me personally.
I'll bet.
Dustin's probably happy too.
I'm sure Dustin's happy too. I won't speak for Dustin, but Dustin's
There
probably
you
happy.
go. There's a smile on Dustin's face there.
That's because I'm always happy, Ron.
And I'm sure the staff will be happy because they don't have to talk to me anymore. So Dustin, if you have anything to fill in, you've been discussing with him terms and all this other stuff. His start date, what you anticipate. I mean, heck, it might coincide with our entire staff coming back from a quarantine. So
It will, as a matter of fact. Mark has notified the mayor of Hammond that he will be joining the town effective September 1st.
Oh, good.
Okay.
you
So
said
he'll be
September
at the
1st?
next meeting. He'll be at the next meeting, right?
Yeah.
I would think so, now that it's formal and now it's public record. So
Unless you have a special meeting planned for the end of August, he'll be at the first meeting in September.
Okay.
Great.
all right, so I still need to, after all this discussion, I need to take a vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. We'll move on to the next item, which is Resolution 2020-01 for the fall programs and fees charges. This is a normal resolution we get. Anything that was changed on it that any staff or Dustin would like to talk about?
I know there's been quite a bit actually changed on it. We had to go ahead and change up a lot of our programs since we don't have school access this upcoming fall, or at least we will not know until October. We're doing a lot of virtual things, a lot of outdoor things. We've changed up our entire special events calendar, as you'll see down below too. But we're looking forward to all the changes and hopefully some normalcy coming back in the winter, spring.
I'm for that as well.
Mhm.
And once again, hopefully the staff is all taking care of themselves. Just take care of yourselves. We'll get through this. Any questions for Jill? It appeared Jill was the one speaking.
Nope.
Okay, so we need a motion to approve that resolution.
So moved.
It's been moved and
Second, Rana Stojic.
seconded by Ron to approve resolution 2020-01. Any other further discussions? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? I see no opposed, so the ayes have it. Resolution has been adopted. Pool finance. This should be a fun one. I think I saw a sneak peek of it before, and now I saw it when I was going through my packet. So we lost money, I bet.
Jill, you want to walk us through this? Jill?
Sure. So if you want to scroll up, Dustin. So that first column you have coupon books sold and then the revenue. So whether they were members or whether they were just residents coming in. So Munster and Highland, you have the fee breakdown per day. And then the next couple columns, you have the attendance per time slot when we broke it up by the 3-hour block. And then July 18th, when we combined everything without that hour break, because staff was doing a good job on all the cleaning. I wanted to go ahead and factor in the weather high and or any other notes regarding rain and stuff, so you guys can kind of see why maybe the numbers were low if they were, and or if we had any other birthdays or private parties or group rentals come in too. And then all the way at the bottom, there was a breakdown for June books purchased, July books purchased, and then on the next one for the August one, that is that'll show what we had purchased as well. So I took the June books and the July books and then multiplied that by 5, since there were 5 per pack. And then I did some number crunching between all the numbers that were calculated above. And at the end of July, we still had about almost 2,000 books still not used. So below that, it has all the other financials as well as the lap lane rentals and additional revenue. I'm working with staff on the full expense report that hopefully we can have, probably not by next board meeting because we won't still be back in the office by then, but hopefully mid-September.
Well, my opinion is this: I think we knew going into it that we were going to be different than other places, and we were going to give this a try. And I will tell you, of all the reports that I got from people that had attended, they felt comfortable and safe, and that staff did a good job. The numbers may not bear out all that at the end, but we knew that, and we'll just have to make adjustments. But I think for the most part, all the patrons that showed up were happy. And I know there were some folks that were disappointed that didn't get an opportunity to swim, but with the limitations that were placed on us by the government, we had to follow the rules, and that was the best we could do.
Well, at least we'll have some numbers now we could look at to see in the future, hopefully next year, we're not under the same circumstances. At least we'll have something to look at to make a wise decision at that time.
That's true.
Yeah,
So
and
thank you
included was the August financials too. So I mean, that has all 3 months in one document. If you guys
Right.
wanted to, if you haven't had a chance to look at that yet.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jill. Any other comments or questions?
I just wanted to put it out there too, just so the board's aware. And if you get feedback from anybody, we have already those couple days before when I posted the board packet and in between when the pool closed, there's a good number of people who are calling who didn't use their coupon books. And, we tell them only good for this season, and no, you can't get a refund. So we've had a number of those calls. It's just an FYI if someone would approach you or anybody or call to complain or call, to the town manager's office. That is policy. It's out there. And I think Jill agrees. There's probably a handful of them that didn't get to use their coupons or get to use all of them. So it's, just so you know.
Were people told ahead of time before they purchased them that there were no refunds?
Yes, and it's also printed on the coupon books.
Okay.
They might not read that until after they paid for it.
Of
But
course.
if they knew ahead of time, then there's,
Yeah.
we need to follow the policy.
If people, is, just in passing, if they say, hey, I got a complaint, it's out.
Everyone was given a 2-week notice too, because we posted it on social media and active email blast July 27 or 28. And then when we actually closed August 11th, we had signs posted all around. Whether or not they viewed them, I think that's on them. I think we took every avenue that we could to make it known to them.
I gotta say, and the weather has been pretty good this summer.
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
Little rain in July,
Yeah.
but great cool weather in August.
Yeah, but these numbers sort of scare me. I don't know. I'm just looking at it, but Like I said, I think we at least have numbers to look at in the future if this is still the surroundings next year here.
Let's hope not.
Ah,
Let's hope not. Yeah, let's hope not.
For your other job as well, we don't want that. It makes your life complicated.
Yes, very.
All right. I don't think there's anything else on our agenda, is there?
nope.
Any comments or any miscellaneous items that we need to discuss? All right. Seeing none, I'll take a motion to adjourn at any time.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
It's been motion by Ron and seconded by Robin that we adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
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 Anyone opposed to adjourning? If not, thank you very much, everyone,
Thank you.
and
Thank
take care of
you.
yourselves.
You too.
Stay
Thank you.
healthy. Stay healthy.
Okay.
Soon. See
Bye.
ya.
Mm.